Next thing you need to know in order to be able to style a Magento 2 website is how to compile less to CSS in the Magento application. To see how this is done, as an example, I will give the main tag a light gray background. If I write the CSS code in the file I created in the previous video and revisit the storefront, you will notice that the style is not applied, even after reloading the page. That's because less rules are not yet compiled to CSS. Magento application will auto-compile the less to CSS when you reload the storefront if two conditions are met. 1. The application is in developer mode. 2. You remove all the previous static files. In order to set the application to developer mode, you need to run the following command using your terminal. bin Magento. Deploy mode set. Developer. And now, the developer mode is enabled. Now that we have the application in developer mode, let's remove all the static files. You can do that by manually deleting all the content inside these directories. Pub static frontend. Var view preprocessed. Var cache. I prefer to delete the content inside these directories using the terminal. Alright, so now that these directories are empty and our application is in developer mode, when you reload the storefront, the directories that we deleted will be automatically populated with the correct code. If this doesn't happen and your site breaks, you might have an issue with the permissions of view files and directories of your Magento 2 installation. This is a common issue, so make sure to fix it. Since I have the correct permissions in my application, when I reloaded the storefront, the styles that I wrote inside the primary slider.less are now applied. If you look closely, however, you will notice that the style is now inside two files, stylesm.css and stylesl.css. The reason why these two style sheets exist is so that the website has a better performance on mobile devices. If you open the source code of the website, you will see that stylesm.css is loaded on all of the devices, and stylesl.css is loaded only for devices that have a screen resolution of 768 pixels and bigger. So when you view a Magento 2 website on a mobile device, CSS rules inside stylesl.css will not be downloaded. Therefore, you will have better performance since you don't have to download CSS rules that have no effect on the storefront. So why did our CSS rule that we wrote earlier go in both these files? Since we didn't specify where we wanted to put that CSS, in stylesm or stylesl, the system put that rule in both these files. For less styles rules to be compiled to stylesm.css, without a media query, so that they apply to all screen widths, use the media common style group separation. So this code, when compiled, will give this output. For grouping style rules in certain media queries, in Magento we use the media width, mixin. Extremum sets whether to use min width or max width in media query condition. If max is used, the compiled styles will be placed in stylesm.css with the appropriate media query. Whereas if min is used, the compiled styles will be placed in stylesl.css. Break sets the value of breakpoint to compare with in media query condition. And this code will give this result. Notice that extremum equals max, put this less rule into stylesm.css. Whereas break equals screen s, set the value of breakpoint in media query condition. Another thing I want to mention is that screen s is a variable, the value of which can be found in responsive.less file. So, this is the file to extend if you want to add a custom breakpoint. Adding a custom breakpoint might be a topic for another video. And just to give one more example, if the less rule is inside a media width mixin, when extremum equals min, that less rule will go to the stylesl.css. With all the new information from this video, now it's time for a practical task. In this video's practical task, we have to style the sliders dots so they will look like this. For mobile, screens lower than 768 pixels, The dot should have a white border, a white background, the border radius should be 0, height should be 5 pixels, and width 15 pixels. If dot is active, width should be 45 pixels. For screens 768 pixels and bigger, everything should be the same, with the only difference that the width of the dot should be 20 pixels and when the dot is active, width should be 60 pixels. You can find the solution to this task on my GitHub account. I will leave the link in the description. And this is the end of this video. If you have any questions, you can always write a comment below. I will try to answer it as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.